Alright, I am off to find myself a site. I was looking at Google Maps earlier and I think I found a new little pocket that I want to check out. It's gonna take some bushwhacking though. That's okay. It's the end of October. Most of the leaves are off the trees now, so you can see pretty far in. There's a lot of uphill where I'm going, and my bag's pretty damn heavy. The animal's definitely been through here not too long ago. All this stuff is kicked up. My guess is a deer, but who really knows? Almost at the site. I want to get to this peak over here. What are the odds that's a little bear den? Rather unfortunate for me, because I think I'm going to camp right about here. There's a few good spots I was thinking of, but I know we're expecting some wind, so I don't really want to be on the peak. So I'm thinking I'm going to put my tent right down this little ridge here. I got a pretty small tent, so it should be able to tuck right in there. And then I can have my fire right here. Just clear out some of the brush and build a little fire pit. Oh man. My bag is far too heavy. Okay, so what I want to do first is get my campsite set up. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight. It's 14 degrees right now, but it's forecasted to get down to 3. Feeling like 0. So I want to get my tent set up, and I want to get the fire pit set up, and I want to get a lot of firewood as soon as I can, because I have a feeling I'll be starting the fire pretty early in the night, and I also need it to cook. So yeah, I'm gonna clear away this crap here, get the sticks and maybe cut some of this down, put my tent up, collect some rocks, get a little fire pit going there, and then get a bunch of firewood. Not extremely flat, but nothing really is around here, so tent goes up. They weren't calling for any rain, so I didn't bring a tarp. Actually, they were calling for rain most of the week, and then it just went away. So I'm really hoping they're right. Hopefully that wind isn't annoying with the camera. I bought a little foam thing to cover the mic, but I don't know if it works very well. Oh, here's the wind. I really hope that isn't loud for you guys. Only downside to this spot is there's no soil to dig the pegs into, so I'm gonna have to get some rocks and anchor down the tent. Anchoring down your tent is very important. as I've learned. Every trip, it seems like I have one less peg. I don't know where they go. Doesn't leave me much room for that fire though. That's okay, I'll figure it out. Here comes the wind. Super annoying. Okay, it's time to test out if this sleeping bag actually can handle the cold. It's going to be about 0 degrees and it's rated to -7. So if this is right, I should be pretty warm tonight. But we shall see. Now the sleeping pad's probably not the best for the cold. I know the ground gets pretty cold and you can feel it. And the sleeping bag isn't very thick. Or sleeping pad, sorry. But I do want to get a... That's a gross bug. I do want to get a thicker one for some possible winter camping this year. We've got sun. Even some blue sky, maybe a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Okay, I got my tent set up. And now I want to try to turn this area into a little bit of a fireplace. So I can be warm. Oh, sweet, sweet sun. This stuff makes my hands so itchy. Alright, time to get this thing out of here. Oh, that was easy. Now that I got this little section cleared out, I want to get a bunch of rocks and create a little fire pit. I shouldn't have too much of an issue finding rocks because this place is pretty much all rock. Lucky for me. But I want to find some good ones. Alright, this didn't take too long. There's tons of rocks everywhere here, so it really wasn't a matter of finding it. It was just kind of picking them up and dragging them here. But I think came together pretty well. Now I need to get a bunch of firewood, which also shouldn't be a problem. Got a saw and a hatchet. Looks like I found some firewood. Like 10 steps from the site. Hardwood's great, but it's a pain to cut. Dry as a bone. Seems like a decent amount of firewood, but you never really know until you cut it up. I was scared that this log was so heavy because it was soaked, but it is all dry. It's gonna be a warm fire tonight if I ever get this cut up. Wind is really picking up now. Getting kind of chilly. Okay, now I think it's time to get things cleaned up, set up my chair, maybe eat some food. Because I'm getting hungry. I have fig bars, nuts. I'm gonna make a soup later. Got some tuna, cheese, crackers. Keep my belly full and my body warm. There's a few things that I always get annoyed at when I go camping. One, I always have stuff everywhere. Like when I'm cooking or eating snacks, it's just, there's stuff everywhere. And two, I have no surface to prepare my meals or even just have my bowl of food or whatever. So, I looked on Amazon. I got myself a little table with a little storage basket underneath it. Haven't used it yet, but I did set it up at home and it seemed pretty cool. Pretty good height. Got some storage underneath. I do think though, if I don't put anything in it, it's going to fly away immediately. So I'm gonna go get some. Awesome. Now I have a side table. Middle of the woods. Now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I do think I need a little more firewood, just to be safe. So I might go grab another log. Alright, one more log, just to be safe. So tonight's supposed to get to, now it says 2, feeling like -1, which is pretty cold. I have a lot of firewood, but I also got this this jacket off Amazon. It's a jacket that fits into a tiny little compression sack. So if I do get a little cold, I'll just throw this extra layer on and I should be okay. I also brought extra pair of wool socks if I have to double up. I imagine maybe when I go to sleep, I might have to. And then an extra pair of sweatpants that I can throw on top of these. And under these, I also have some long johns on. I'm pretty warm right now, to be honest, but it's 9 degrees and it's supposed to drop. It's the wind I'm most concerned about. With the wind being so strong, it usually just chews through the firewood. So I'll probably get another log and chop it up after I eat a little snack. Or before, maybe. I don't know. I kind of want to have a fire right now. It's almost 1. I got 5 hours till the sun sets. And I can't imagine I'm going to stay up too late tonight. Although it is going to be a full moon, and it's supposed to clear up a little bit at night, which will be cool. But yeah, I'll probably end up being in bed pretty early. Grab a little bit of that birch bark, shred some up. Alright, time for some lunch. I'm getting hungry. Well, I got some crushed crackers. Some nuts. And some cheese. It's time for a nice midday coffee. Aside from the wind, it's actually really nice today. The sky is pretty clear. It's not that cold. Just the wind can be a little irritating. Oh, that's pretty good. This day actually turned out pretty sweet. The clouds have mostly cleared and the wind is dying down. It's really not that bad. The side table so far worth every penny. It's $44 on Amazon. I have everything stored in the bottom here, no mess, and I have a side table. I'll put the link in the description if any of you guys want to check it out. There's actually a whole bunch of different ones on Amazon. It was hard to choose. It was hard to choose one, but this one was the most cost effective, and it had a little pouch to store my stuff, so that's why I went with this one. I think I'm melting my boot. This is actually the same place that I did my first solo trip, except it was like 1.5 kilometers that way. I'm letting the fire die down a bit so I can start cooking my soup. That is really hot. I have a little grill that kind of comes up and over, and I'll sit my pot on there and let it simmer. Hopefully simmer and not extreme boil, but let it simmer for like an hour. Then eat at around 5. And then have the fire roaring again before sunset. That's the plan anyway. It's gonna be a real simple soup. Got some pre-cut veggies, onions, carrots, celery, potato. Got some kielbasa I'm gonna slice up and put in there. Some orzo, which is basically just pasta. And a chicken stock cube. No, I wasn't that hungry until I opened this. Here's that little grill I mentioned earlier. It sits pretty high. I might just flatten it and have it rest over some rocks so it's closer to the coals, but yeah, it was only $8. Can't complain. I want to start cooking earlier rather than later because I'm going to start to want that heat as the night progresses. Alright, in they go. Pull some of the coals back into the corner. Ooh, that's hot. All right. Let's drop the pot and let it boil. Almost ready. All right, got a big bag of dough. I'm gonna split it in two, make them flat, and throw them on the grill. Got some olive oil here. I'm gonna try to put it on so that it doesn't stick to the grill. I don't know how well that's gonna work. Just use this here to... Look at it rising. Let's give it a flip. Oh yeah, look at that. Yum. I moved out some coals here so I could put the pot directly on them. And free up another space for another piece of bread. We are just about ready to feast, and I am excited. Dinner is served. Well guys, the sun has set and my belly is full. It's time to stoke that fire, get it roaring again, because I have a feeling it's about to get real cold. Here we go, that should burn nice. Temperature has dropped. Gloves are out. It's 6:20 now. All that's left to do is just kind of hang out by the warmth. I'll probably just use up all the firewood and then head to bed. The wind is completely gone now, which is good, because that would have been really cold. It's pretty quiet, there's not too much wildlife. Hopefully we'll get some owls tonight. It's almost completely dark. I've just been hanging out. I have a nice warm fire. I can see the moon coming up between the trees there. It's full moon tonight, so I'm excited to see what that looks like. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see the stars, but the sky is very clear. There's not much to do when the nighttime comes around. There's a beaver over there slapping his tail. I was checking out the water and I guess I got too close for his comfort. I heard one owl about 10 minutes ago, but I haven't heard him again, so he's probably gone. Well, it's just after 9 and I've burned through most of my firewood, so I'm just gonna let this burn out and probably head to bed. It's been quiet all night. Cloud cover has come back, no more moon, and I'm really tired. I'm warm though. The fire is warm. Good morning. I had a pretty good sleep last night. And I was really warm. I just want to pack up quick and get back to the car, get home. I'm going to start a little fire so I have some warmth while I pack up. But, yep. Pack up and get out. Still warm. Ooh, that's nice. Well guys, that's it. Another solo trip in the books. Nothing left now but to just walk back to the car and drive home. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.